Okay, and a very good evening to everyone. This is Knut coming to you live from Oslo. Tonight I'm going to try a new segment on the stream. I called it VR on Wednesdays, and it will be, hopefully, if this turns out well, a regular segment that I will do every Wednesday at 19:30 Central European Time, or Central European Summertime like it is right now. So the idea of this is to add a little bit more substance to the stream as well, and I will do that by first, before playing Echo VR, going through the news of the week from the VR world, just a light discussion about things that have happened. So if anyone watching wants to join in, please do so in the chat. I will stop it and discuss the topics and have a chat with you if you want to. And I hope everyone will enjoy this stream. Since it is also a new format, I hope that if someone has feedbacks on what could be better or worse, please let me know. This will also be available on YouTube afterwards, and if you're watching it there, just leave me a comment down below and I will get back to you. So I think we will get straight to it again. The program for today is first to discuss the news of the week, things that have happened in the VR world, and there are some interesting things there. There is also a trailer or behind-the-scenes trailer on how they want to make the new flying mechanics in the new Iron Man game for PlayStation VR. And that game might also come to the PC, so I think it is interesting to look at the mechanics that they are developing for that game. So I was thinking we could just watch that trailer as well before I start my gameplay. After we've done this, I will move on to some Echo VR. I'm trying to do a mixed combat or arena session. So that means basically I'll probably do mostly combat again. Sort of the active quest that I'm doing in Echo VR for this stream is to level my combat character in Echo VR to level 50. I'm currently on level 31 and leveling is very slow at the current pace. For those interested, I'm also doing a playthrough of Skyrim VR on this stream. I'm not exactly sure where I'll slot that in. Maybe I will do one later in the week. But I think for going forward, the main part of the streaming on this channel will be on Wednesday at 19:30 Central European Time, as it is right now. So without further ado, let's go through some of the news from the VR world this week. So I think, first of all, let's talk a little bit about this news that was brought to us here by Road to VR, that Zuckerberg said in a shareholder meeting that the Quest is selling as fast as we can make them. So as Road to VR points out, it's hard to know exactly what this means. I do see quite a lot of people discussing the Quest online, and the reviews for the unit has, of course, been truly excellent. So I do think that this headset, and I have my own right here, might actually be selling pretty well. It has been sold out, like he's saying, many places in retail. But of course, that could simply be that they are making too few of them. So who knows what it actually means. It is a complicated device, and I do believe they are sort of handling much of the manufacturing themselves, unlike the Rift S, which was handled by Lenovo. So I can imagine that making a thing like this with good quality is not so easy, and that the manufacturing could be slower, or that they hadn't scaled it up sufficiently in case it is popular. But I do hope it is popular. This is an absolutely amazing headset. So let's hope that this is an indication that it is doing quite well. On the other hand, the HP Reverb, which is a Windows mixed reality headset, for those that don't know, this is the platform from Microsoft that was pushed heavily. I guess it's now 2 years ago or a year ago. But these headsets, they are picking up, and every now and then we get these statistics that show how many headsets are connected to Steam computers, computers that have Steam installed. And the Windows mixed reality fragment of that market is quite small. Windows mixed reality headsets can play Steam VR games, and that also means that they can play Oculus exclusive games through the Revive system. But part of the problem with the Windows mixed reality, for me at least, has been that the headsets that were sold had locked interpupillary distance, which made them a bit uncomfortable for people like me that have far-set eyes. It is an interesting platform, though. It was the first one that had inside-out tracking, and it does work rather well, although I do think the new Oculus inside-out tracking is better. But the thing about this particular headset that has been interesting is the fact that it has really high resolution, and people are commenting on this that's a really good feature of this headset. Also, apparently the microphone has amazing quality. This was commented on Tested, I think, on YouTube. But people have been saying, like Road2VR is reporting here, that it is that there has been issues with the display, especially on the units that have been shipped. And apparently it's not so easy to get this headset yet, that either delays or production have been delayed, either production or shipments have been delayed somehow. It could be that that means that they are correcting for mistakes that have been made or fixing display issues. But in any case, it's interesting to see Windows mixed reality still being a player, and that there are new headsets coming out. Part of the problem with this headset that the reviewers have said is that it is based on the same type of controllers and the same type of tracking as Windows mixed reality has been in general, which is now not quite as good as what Oculus provides, even though this is also a sensorless headset, the same way the new Rift is. So the next news I wanted to just touch upon is this from Upload VR that I thought was kind of interesting. It's interesting also because they are saying, just researching here, that Facebook is researching brain scanning as the input device for augmented reality glasses. And as someone who does know a few things about the brain, I just wanted to say that this is really, really difficult. And it was sometimes I see these kind of stories where people get financing or development of technology that has not yet been made, and I wonder if they are realistic in what they are thinking. So one of the things that they are saying here, for instance, is that they are interested in directly reading out commands from your brain, like the idea is that you would control an interface using just your mind or your thinking. And one of the suggestions that they have here is using near infrared imaging, which shows you blood flow. And this is also interesting, but these are very, very slow changes in the brain. And I think the speed at which you would want to control, say, a cursor or a selection on the screen, or to trigger a command, even if you were able to control this, and I'm not really sure you would be able to, the accuracy that you would need, or the speed that you would need to do this with, I think it's not really something that blood flow changes can do. So sorry about that, Facebook. Some of these other things also seem very, very difficult. It reminds me of this new Neuralink technology that Elon Musk is talking about. It's very, very hard to imagine that even if you did have like super invasive technology too, that you could drill into the brain and try to use to control technology, even if you can do that, we don't even know how that fully works, how these systems in the brain already work. So I'm having a hard time quite seeing that this is achievable within the next even 30 years. So even though they are looking at it for augmented reality glasses, I think this kind of news could make you hopeful for the future, but I don't see that they can force this breakthrough very easily, even with big investments. I think this is something, if these things are even possible, I think it's something that could probably come out of the scientific world, perhaps as accidental discoveries or after thousands of scientists research more about how these systems work rather than single investments from companies. So I will be a bit cautious about this, but it is cool that they are looking into it. Next thing, and perhaps more down to earth in a way, is that Space Junkies is getting a non-VR version, and you can go and play the beta right now. Space Junkies is really fun, and people I talk to say that the later patches that I haven't played myself have been getting consistently better, and I do think it is a game worth playing. There was talk about a Quest port, although I don't think I've heard quite anything about that recently, but it is now available, I believe, on the PlayStation VR as well. And now you can play it on your monitor. You don't need a VR headset to play this game. And I can see that this game would be quite cool on a monitor. It basically becomes a zero-gravity Quake, which is the closest thing I can compare this to, because that's basically what the game is. And if you want to, you can go play this now. And I do believe there is crossplay as well between the platforms, which is cool. This is another one that I thought was a bit interesting. If you do have a Quest, you can now play the original Half-Life on the Quest. And part of the interesting thing here is that the way they did this is that they somehow seems to have transcompiled the original game using some kind of engine and then tacked on VR support, which I think is an amazing achievement. So apparently this is the real game. This is Half-Life. It's not a recreation. It is the game somehow being rigged to run on the Quest, which is cool. Another interesting thing here is that the author of this news story is saying that my first VR experience was playing Half-Life 2 on the first Oculus Rift development kit, and I super recognize myself in this. Actually, one of the best VR experiences I had was on that crappy early development kit 1 from Oculus, which for the time was amazing, right? If you look back at that and see how VR has changed in the last 3, or this is actually much longer, this was in 2013, was it? And if you follow this space for a while, you can really see how far this kind of second wave of VR has come, if you think back at what it was like. But one of the games that was released for that dev kit was Half-Life 2, because Oculus and Valve were really buddies at that point, and they had a collaboration that later fell apart. So Half-Life 2 played with the mouse and keyboard and the headset on your face, and the headset didn't know where it was in space, but it knew roughly what direction you were looking. Amazing experience. I remember being chased by that helicopter in Half-Life 2 in one of the early scenes, and remember thinking that, wow, this is really cool. This takes gaming to a new place, and it really has. But you can play it now. You have to sideload it. It's not on the store. But sideloading on the Quest is comparatively easy, and you'll find tons of guides on that, and it's absolutely not illegal. It's a headset that runs Android, so you can sideload the APKs as you want. Quick mention that Beat Saber is getting some new tracks. If you're into Beat Saber, you might want to be into that. And they are free, so it's not one of those DLCs. Also a quick mention that Sean Murray made a little comment, you can read that on Upload VR, about No Man's Sky VR, which seems to be coming soon. There was another news either this week or last week about ratings being given to the next version of No Man's Sky. And that basically means that probably it is coming soon, which is cool. I'm super looking forward to that, and I will probably put that game on the stream. Who doesn't want to play No Man's Sky in VR? This enormous procedurally generated universe would be an amazing thing, I hope. And apparently the VR support is really good. It's not just something tacked on, it's something that's made with some love. The Bethesda game here, Wolfenstein Cyberpilot, has not been getting very good reviews. That's also an item to mention. Apparently it is hand-holding. That is one of the biggest problems. You might want to check that out if you're really into Bethesda games, but the reviews are been in the low numbers. I'm not sure what Upload gave it, 5.5. I actually think Road to VR gave it something slightly higher, but it is a Bethesda game, of course. So in some ways it's still cool to support one of these high-level developers that are making VR games. Moving on, there was a new update for the Rift and the Rift S that seems to have done two important things. One of the things is changing the way the controllers work when they are close to your face, and that really works. I find it amazing how they did that. Like when the LEDs on the tracking rings, as you can see, the LEDs are on this tracking ring, and then when they are too close to your headset, the question is, how does it know, when it can't see enough of the LEDs, how does it know where you are pointing and where you are aiming? And the latest update here that was first on the public test channel for Oculus, and then this is a beta version basically you can subscribe to, and then later on the regular channel of releases that they did something here that really works magic for you holding the controller close to your face, and it still tracks really well. The other thing that this update did, and apparently there's a fix that was pushed into this update as well, which was update 139, which is the same one as was that changed this tracking. Apparently they pushed a hotfix here that fixed some of these hardware issues that people have been having, where there is occasional white flashes in the image on the Rift. I've also been having these. I don't remember having seen them recently, although they were definitely more prominent in the beginning. And indeed, there seems to be on the Oculus forums on Reddit discussions that this actually works and that they might have found a fix for this bug. I'm going to assume that it was a bug in the hardware somehow, or something that had to be updated. It seemed like a hardware issue, but who knows, maybe a driver issue. They weren't really annoying, but it's good to see it fixed. It increases this feeling of quality that you get from this rather expensive product. Okay, so I think that's the main news. The last thing that I wanted to share this week is this video from the new Iron Man game, where they talk a little bit about how they are designing the flying mechanic. We can see the trailer, and then we can talk a little bit afterwards about the things that we have seen. So here they are, and this is behind the scenes, and it is a bit advertising, but still it is cool that they are making this game, and I do hope it comes to the PC eventually. So let's have a look.
When the team had this opportunity to work on Marvel's Iron Man VR, we knew from the very beginning that we had to nail the sensation of flying in VR. It had to be comfortable, it had to feel fast, it had to feel like you are Tony Stark.
And I'm glad they're focusing on this. That it's not just the fact that you are Iron Man, but that they're putting good gameplay mechanics into it. Imagine being Iron Man, huh?
We knew going in that
Like
there
that.
were certain iconic things that fans of Iron Man are going to be looking for. Number one, flight.
Exactly.
Number two, the immersive Iron Man HUD. And number three, various iconic weapons.
The first thing that people think about when you're envisioning the Iron Man fantasy is all about flying.
To me, the sense of flying as Iron Man is about freedom, speed, and power. Right off the bat, we knew you have to be able to go wherever you want.
We knew we wanted this open sandbox experience punctuated by that freedom you have, that full 360.
This feels like something from the
We wanted
engine,
you to be able to fly
but
really
maybe not
fast,
from the headset, what you're
but
seeing
be
now.
able to maintain control as you bank through corners and through canyons.
But it's different from a flight simulator or like a cockpit experience because it's like directly controlling where you go with your body, which only takes like a few seconds to really get the hang of. Of course, you have the first like whoa moment the first time you lift off the ground.
It allows for your body and mind to make that one-to-one connection rather than controlling the turn through a stick or a button press.
Where power comes through in the flight is with the acceleration and the special mechanics such as boost, where you can go from 0 to 200 miles an hour.
You can come to a stop, you can hover, you can run around a corner, you can dive down to the floor, you can blast back up to the ceiling. We just want to make sure that the player is in full control and that they can take that time to evaluate the battlefield properly. When people put on that helmet and the HUD boots up, they feel like Iron Man.
I want them to feel like they're in control of the most power that they've ever felt in their lives.
That's
You're not gonna
ambitious.
be a master right off the bat, but over multiple play sessions, I want you to feel like you are starting to command that power.
The HUD, the weapons, the flight, it's all done so that the player can feel like Iron Man and be a superhero.
We'd always go back to the source material and make sure that we were leveraging what that ultimate fantasy is of being Iron Man and pairing that with the strengths of the immersion that VR offers.
Iron Man and VR, they just work perfectly together. Putting on that helmet, grabbing those controllers, the HUD booting up, and the thrusters in your hands, and put them down at your sides, you start blasting forward.
Yeah, so I think this is actually a really good-looking game. It's a PlayStation VR game, of course, so I really hope this comes to the PC for those of us that favor the PC for VR experiences, also for the tracking. But it highlights this thing that VR does that I haven't experienced for many years in other platforms, and it is that you can now bring really new mechanics to gaming. You can really create new control schemes with these motion controllers that were previously inconceivable. Like sometimes I hear, and I've said this before on the stream, sometimes I hear people say like, well, graphics doesn't matter, it's the gameplay that matters, but things like hardware and things like controllers and so on does matter quite a lot, it seems, when it comes to VR. And in this case, you're looking at the flying mechanic. We're actually doing the gestures that Iron Man does will provide the basic mechanic loop for your game. So if you want to fly somewhere, you put your hands behind you and fire your thrusters. It's interesting because in Echo VR, you do have these thrusters on your hands, but they pull you along. Well, of course, in the Iron Man situation, you're putting your hands behind you and then you are flying off. So this also brings up the interesting question about the tracking of inside-out tracking systems for this game. The PlayStation VR looks at you with this PlayStation Eye camera, and then it determines where your controllers are in space, in addition to integrated motion units on the controllers. So one of the questions here would be, well, what if your headset can't see your controllers because they are behind your bum or down by your hip? And then the question is, does the position of the controllers matter in this tracking when you want to fire these thrusters that make you go forward? Or change your direction, or is it so that it is only the angle that you hold your controllers that matter? And that might be. It might be that they just ignore the positions of the controllers because that's not as reliably tracked as the angle of the controllers relative to gravity. So, but anyway, this is looking really cool, and I can imagine like jetpack games are pretty cool. I remember trying one of these early developer demos where you do have a jetpack and that's how you fly around. And it's really cool. Playing with physics become much more fun in VR than it is in classical games in many ways. So it is, there could be something here if they nail this mechanic and they actually put sufficient content into the game for it to be interesting. I think we are looking at an interesting game here. The previous VR game from Marvel was not that amazing. It received mixed reviews. But let's keep our hopes up for this one and watch this space for interesting developments and more details. There's also, if you are super interested in this, there is a 20-minute gameplay video from Comic-Con you can also get up at Upload VR. Yeah. So I think that's all from this initial segment. Now I will go on to play some Echo VR. I will focus on combat initially, maybe with a few matches of Arena mixed in. So I will just have to move the camera up there into the other room and then we'll get going. So in the meantime, I will put this be right back screen, but don't go away. I will be right back with some proper VR gameplay for you. Okay, hello everyone. Now I am back, and this time in virtual reality. Probably the microphone is a bit different as well, but I do hope it works. Again, if you have any questions about VR or the games I'm playing or the news, please don't be afraid to use the chat. I will check it semi-regularly. It depends a little bit on the intensity of the game I'm playing, to be honest, whether I remember or not. But let's go. You feel free to ask any questions. As you can see down there, I've also added a new little thing to the stream this time. You can now actually see my pulse as I'm playing the game. So let's see if we get it a little bit up. So let's see if anyone is on today. We had some problems getting into the combat game before, but the arena mode, there are always people available.
Why is there no one in here?
Well, that is a bad sign, isn't it?
So is it 1, 2, 3, 4?
I think we'll start with an arena match just to warm up, and then we'll go to combat next time. case someone is watching that don't know this game, this is a zero gravity game where you move around like an astronaut. If I want to go somewhere, I will grab a block like this, and then I will throw myself to my next point and anchor and throw off like this. There has been some issues with this game after the latest patch, so I do hope that it is stable tonight.
Where did this go?
In a worst case scenario, I will go and play some Skyrim. Hey, you want it? Is 2-pack alive? Oh, that's for you.
Dang, I can't get it.
No worries. Has it been hard to get into matchmaking today, or?
No, I just got it.
Ah, I'm joining too. I guess I will see you in the game, dude.
Yep, bye.
Hey guys.
Hello.
Hello. I definitely seem to be the one over in Europe, while these two others seem to be on North America and VR American servers.
School's good. Canada's good. Don't know about the other guy. I was North. That was on my private.
3,000 games for Captain Canada. I guess Schoolness also has a lot of games.
Round starting in 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5,
Yeah.
4, 3, 2,
Now I'm gonna boost for the disc.
Here we go.
I was like, I genuinely felt something.
Did you?
Open goal.
Missed.
Did you miss? Oh, yeah, because it was. They don't make those?
Oh! Thank you, dude. Well done.
You? That was just a pass. You wanted to give me a goal and get an assist.
Yeah, let's just say that.
15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9,
Did you hit the post and grab it in time?
6, 5,
He hit the.
I hit the frame and he caught it on the rebound. It was good. It was glorious. Missed you.
I was like, what?
Oh, shit.
And maybe said, oh yeah, she's 10 decades.
and there's the steal.
Dude, they don't make those. Look, see, they don't think.
Now that's a interception.
I cleared them, so.
Headed back down.
You have time to walk it in. Nice.
No, I'm trying to hold on to it.
And my pulse is up to 108, it seems.
Yeah, I kind of like lost tracking and it teleported me a bit to like the right when you tried to grab his.
Yeah, cause like I go to grab it and then it just nothing happened.
I think somebody moved the sensors in my room, so.
12, 11,
You're not playing on a Rift S yet?
9, 8,
No.
7, 6,
For good reason. Yeah, somebody moved the sensors.
3, 2, 1.
I've been pulling through like a fucking.
Oh my god. Yeah, I've been pulling through this whole time I've been playing. Yup.
Well, I'm saying this map. You've been pulling way right.
No.
Because this is not what it used to be. You keep playing that new update.
Pulling off somebody isn't the problem. Like
Pulling off
wasn't
somebody
changed.
Oh, it wasn't changed?
Pulling off somebody? No. Grabbing
Alright,
somebody
Canada.
was.
Alright, Canada.
Okay.
Back down. What a pick.
You obviously don't know much about the update, then.
You can walk it in.
Both of those things.
Nice.
You know what Rick casting is, Canada?
I know exactly what Rick casting
When you
is.
put your hand through in your head, yeah, that affects grabbing too, my guy.
That's
I'm the only one complaining about.
I said it affects grabbing, not throwing
Get your
off an object, off a person.
15,
Because somebody moved the sensors in my room, I don't have to.
11, 10,
Come on,
9,
boys.
8, 7, 6,
Are people still not happy with the new patch?
4, 3, 2,
Okay, and I have really dwarf problems.
Oh, I missed you.
orange clears it out of their zone.
Fucking a little bit to the right there, bud. Yeah, ever since
You
this
have to
update.
put the effort in too. Like it's
Obviously, I know that. But I've been pulling straight like that for almost a year and a half. And no problems. Exactly, you don't know.
if 95% of the community could figure it
Damn
out
it.
in 20 minutes, it's not that bad.
Okay.
Orange with the
I could do it in 20 minutes.
I know, and that's saying something, right, Monica?
Oh, it was a oh, sorry. My bad.
What?
I'm on your friend down.
Oh, I grabbed the ball. Is that chain?
If you had any friends, I suggest you just go practice with them. What? If you had my friends are at work, that's why you and I are here. Because I'm off today. Oh wait, you don't work? I work today. You don't work, bro.
15, 14, 13,
The tracking is so
11,
bad.
10,
Sorry about that one at the beginning of last round.
7,
I moved one of my sensors back to what it should be, and it took a bit for my head to adjust.
I'll be on your left side.
I don't work at a
Why
restaurant.
has this gotten so salty?
blue clears it out.
Because he's a fucking idiot, and he hates that I'm better than him.
I'm so close. Oh well.
Orange team has the disc.
Right behind. Yep. Missed. You're boosting mid.
Oh.
And I punch.
On.
Blue catches the enemy.
Okay, your body was weird.
Yeah, I told you guys, my sensors got adjusted.
Great stick on final ring.
Top left.
Stuff that's just I had the disc in my
On my
I
screen,
grabbed the
it
disc
was
and then
still
I
in
went,
this hand. On my screen, it was here, and I just went.
It wasn't though.
Get your launcher.
I'm so dumb.
15,
You spoiled it and you spoiled it again.
12, 11, 10, 9, 8,
I'll be left again.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yep.
Here we go.
Oh, I thought you said trench.
Stop. Fuck.
Frozen way downfield. Blue
Okay, you got
catches the
that.
enemy.
Yeah, one incoming behind.
It was so close. Okay.
I'm here. Go. Oh, okay.
I got two of them. What?
Picked off.
I'm right behind you.
Okay. Yes. Where did he come from?
Grab the disc.
And to Jevon, I will accept your friend request or your request. I'm just gonna
Good job, good.
get through this.
Let me write it. Alright.
What a pick.
Figured.
Oh my god.
Intercepted.
Bottom right.
And go.
30 seconds remaining. Blue clears it out.
Missed you, dude.
Interception.
Stay open. Stay open. That's all.
15 seconds remaining.
Boys. Clear.
No.
Nice, well done. But Alpha, I'm right behind. Coming mid.
Oh my god.
Okay, good game.
That's like level 20 type shit, man.
Blue takes the win.
We actually got a friend request, or not a friend request, but a party invite from Jevin B, which I know, and I do hope Jevin knows that I am streaming. Well, it does say Twitch on my account now. So let's join. As I leave this, I will now join Jevin. Good game.
There you go.
And there's the camera. Hello. Oh, that was nice. Hello.
Hello.
You do know I'm streaming, I presume.
I was watching your little news segment. It's quite interesting.
Did it work?
Yeah.
Nice. I'm just trying it out, so it was a minimal effort thing, but I hope it will be good.
No.
I haven't seen you here for a long time. Yeah,
I've been on a long time.
What's the
Your
problem?
mic was a bit crackly.
Ah, okay. Was it because I was too close to it, or?
I don't know. It was just like crackling when you started speaking and when you ended and stuff.
Ah, okay. I will figure that out.
What are we playing?
It's up to you. What do you want?
I don't care.
Well, you seem to have your throw in still. Why don't we do a match of arena and then we can do a combat? Yeah, you're the party boss. Have you been here after they changed the summer thing?
I've been on once. Played one game, I think.
I didn't even think you had your system set up.
I didn't, and when I set it up, I wanted to play for the summer thing just to get the customization thing.
Yeah, of course. And you know no man. Yep, there he goes. Well, of course, one more good reason to play Echo now, or to put up your Oculus again, is of course that No Man's Sky is coming out, right?
Yes.
I guess you have that.
Anytime it's going to be released.
It is true, isn't it? Like, they haven't given a date, but it has been approved, so now it can just happen tomorrow, or in 5 minutes, or in...
On the page it says any day.
Oh, so it's that close, yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, did you see my pulse tracker on the stream?
I don't know, no?
Next to my picture, you can now see my pulse as I'm playing. I thought it was a bit funny to see how it turned out. I don't know if it's good, but it seems to say I'm 82 now, and it was
85.
Yeah, 86 now. The moment I saw you, if it shot up, you know something is fishy, dude.
I've got it
stay back, especially since I have X thing.
Yeah, stay back.
Yeah, cool.
We played after the new tracking, Javin.
They updated the tunnel, it's a bit nicer.
Oh, I bounced out you. Yep. Missed you. Ready for rebound. Are you out?
Yeah, no, I'm good.
Friendly.
I get scared the hell out of me.
Sorry, mate.
But they haven't done it. I can't do it on shots. First time?
On you at the full.
You can get one on the
Bring on the nuggets. Oh, no. Nice.
okay.
Oh, nice. Beautiful. You still haven't lost your touch, Jim?
Like 1 second later, I was getting on the
I have, I'm a bit off.
Head to your launchers. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11.
My boosting is off, but that's just because of the update.
Yeah, so you haven't tried it before now? Or? You have to be. You have to be more accurate with your hand placement, at least.
Yeah.
No boosting spots.
It's different. I'm not sure it sucks. Ooh. Yeah, go.
Good.
Oh, shit.
Practically gave it away.
Oh,
Yeah, he has it.
What?
Oh, yeah.
Way downfield.
Sorry, I should have come for you there, Joe.
Oh,
Nice.
um,
Oh, nice.
Bit slow.
Well, you did it anyway. 3-pointer too.
It's a good shot.
Get
It
to your
literally.
launchers. 15,
Yeah,
14, 13,
I can still hit the red buttons, but then like
very sad. My long shot missed.
well, it won't by much.
5, 4,
No, I dinged,
3,
but
2, 1. It's game on.
Go, go, I'm on it. Oh, shit, I missed it. Are you on? Yep. One incoming, yep. Oh, got punched. You have one on your raffle. Yep.
Oh, no.
not
Oh,
anymore.
There you go. Nice. I flipped it.
Nice.
I had it.
It was going up a bit too fast, and I didn't.
Yeah, 50 meters per second at 5 meters.
I just hit my headset with the controller. I guess that will look beautiful on the stream.
15, 14,
Didn't catch it. I got you time that you hit it.
11, 10, 9,
Sorry, what was that?
8,
I didn't see it. I quickly opened the stream, but I only got you telling me that you did it.
At least it was like a bang and my headset was out of position. Oh, I missed you. Gonna go.
I wonder if he's ever gonna pass Drew's team. Oh my god.
sends it back the other way.
Sorry.
Yep.
Great job guarding the ball. Blue throws it way downfield.
Open it, of course I did.
Where are you now?
Yeah.
You guys are gonna have one coming on, one on.
One on you, one on you, one on Jeb. Yep.
My fault.
Yeah, you missed it this time.
One on you. Fast one on mid, fast one.
Oh, my.
Dang it. I got it.
Blue throws it way downfield.
No, I don't know.
Friend down.
Orange team has the
Oh, you hit something? Ah, shit. Oh, nice.
Oh, my head.
Oh.
Look at it.
I grabbed the disc. My hand just went.
You hit something?
I haven't about that one. No, somebody moved my sensors.
Oh, yeah.
So it's now.
Get to your launchers.
I feel. I didn't realize it until I was playing.
14, 13, 12, 11,
Have to reset it,
10, 9,
but I just
8,
Yeah, I'll go right.
7,
I go left.
6,
Meet in the middle if we need to.
3,
Can do.
Okay, I'll get it on far.
I'll be left.
Okay.
Whoops.
That's my sensor's fault.
There's someone in left tunnel. I'm marked. Hey. Ah, bad timing. I'm staying behind.
Coming on there.
not today. Picked off.
Okay.
Throws it way downfield.
Oh, we got it.
Yeah, coming out. Oh.
You both did not expect that.
Dick. Where did it go? Oh, shit.
It keeps going back to this kid.
Coming up for you, Jeb.
What was the point of that?
Oh, another. Quick.
Got that? Nice.
Interception.
Coming mid.
Sends it back the other way.
Both of us coming mid. Yep. Ooh.
You there? Cool.
Oh, those two.
What a
Save.
Bad clear. You on? Yep.
No.
Yep. One on me.
Oh shit! Ah, fucking grab it.
Oh, I missed you.
Yep.
For me.
Oh, I got something spawned. You. Oh my god. Oh.
Wait a minute. It's that goal.
Ah, good stuff.
This round is over. Blue has it this time.
Okay, good game. Scored by invalid. Interesting. I think. Does anyone else see that, or is it just me?
No.
Ah.
I see it.
Good
That's
game.
how you won then, you got 4 players.
Hmm?
That's how you won, you got 4 players.
Did we have 4? No.
Yeah, invalid.
Yeah, we had
Oh yeah, of course.
The ghost.
So now perhaps we should pop into a combat game. How do you feel about the combat game, Joan?
Yeah, it's good. Not played combat in like years. Feels like years.
Time moves faster in VR, apparently.
I did. Like since like 2 weeks after it was released. Years.
I'm still trying to reach level 50, but practically it's gonna take me, you know, half a year at this speed. Apparently it's not a little bit hard to matchmake for it as well, so I'm curious to see what we're gonna end up with. Hey. Ooh. Funny, I had a reflex to shield myself when the guy was on me.
Yeah, so I'm gonna kill myself and I'll join you.
I keep forgetting my head is a solid object and I'm back in it.
So in case someone is watching this stream that doesn't play VR, every object, no matter how big, feels like paper. It is true, isn't it? Like, no matter how big or heavy it's supposed to be, it just feels like you're holding a balloon full of helium or a piece of paper or whatever, right?
Yeah.
It's really weird.
Oh, I did.
If the matchmaking for combat takes too long, then we can do another arena.
Yep, shit, oh my god.
By the way, have you seen?
Went into the fucking brawl room instead of customization.
By the way, have you seen the new skirmish area?
I've not been in there yet, but I've know about it.
We can give it a try while we matchmake if you want.
Okay, 1 second.
I didn't realize that.
Because of the ad.
Yeah, you were supposed to get them just by playing any match, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think.
But was it a pattern or was it a decal or what was it?
I don't know. Was it color maybe? No?
I think the palm trees is that new or old?
Arena
Chassis. Kick up. I have the Christmas stuff. Don't have anything else.
This shirt thing that I'm having now. Is this new, you think?
No.
There's
I don't know.
flamingos and kite. No, it's for flamingos that also look a little bit like kites and
I haven't got it.
palm trees. You haven't got it. It's the very, very last one on the thing.
Yeah.
At least that's unlocked for me.
Oh yeah, I do. Yeah, I do.
Good stuff.
It's really small, but I have to really fucking get like that close to it.
Okay, do you want to skirmish while we wait?
Yeah, sure. Let's go.
Down.
This one. Oh, shit.
Oh yeah, we gotta change, of course.
Alright, tell you what, yeah?
Combat
You and
chassis.
you against 1v1. You two. I'm not gonna shoot anyone. Don't shoot me. But you.
Okay.
You there.
Pulsar phase shift.
Oh wait, no,
Repair
everyone else is
matrix.
here. Change your plan. Change your plan.
So you basically choose what team you want to be on here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blue. I go blue. Every single. All three of us go blue, okay?
Yeah, that's good. I'll be blue.
Yeah. Everyone go blue. You go blues. Blues game.
Well spent ult.
Yeah, no, I have amazing. Get away from those.
Oof. First kill.
Oh, yeah. I don't. He didn't even kill me.
I didn't even see what grenade I had there. I heard Norwegian. Oh.
No, you can't kill me. I look so bad.
Do you think it helps to pray that he doesn't hurt you?
I gotta yell with this? No.
Oh, suddenly we're at 4 on the blue team.
Mod recharged.
You are bots! You are bots! Oh my god, all of you! Just all of you! I will kill one of you! I am gonna be a doctor! Oh my god. To hold base for help. Hey. Oh my gosh! Oh no, you will not kill me.
Whoa! Oh, that was a heal grenade.
Oh, I'm joining.
Okay, joining too. Okay, good stuff. Finally getting into a combat match. Let's hope you're still on the same team. And we are. Hello!
I was like, that joining time, that respawn time is ridiculous. Now we're joining a game.
Well, here we are. And we are playing the new map, are we? Yes, we are.
What level even am I?
You're 12, Jevin.
Oh, I'm not too bad. Okay.
Have you seen the new map, by the way?
No.
This is a new map. It's actually kind of cool. I like it.
Dude. Yeah? Good. Probably. I don't know. Things change. I've not played in like ages.
Hey.
Just don't treat me like a level 12.
Take your defensive positions.
I don't actually know this map very well.
There's a lot of mods. So what's the plan?
Kill them.
Do you have a plan for us?
No. I just wanted to see if anyone had anything.
The plan is not to die.
Like what weapons?
The plan.
Do we have?
Match
I got
starting
Nova,
in
detonator, and a pyramid.
10.
Does anyone have a threat scanner?
7.
Machine gun.
6.
Does anyone have a threat scanner?
4. 3.
Nope.
2. 1.
These don't.
Stop the payload. Payload mobilized. Delivery accelerated. Delivery accelerated. Delivery accelerated.
Weapon overheated.
Damn it.
Delivery accelerated. Payload returned.
Ooh, it was probably bad to stick that close to their spawn.
He's Nova, he's Nova, he's Nova.
Payload mobilized. Delivery accelerated.
Gonna pop a threat scanner here actually, I think.
Delivery
accelerated.
So we know where they are later. Hey.
Delivery
I'll wait for you.
accelerated. Delivery
Ordnance
accelerated.
regenerated.
Oh, damn it! Sorry. Just gonna go first.
Payload mobilized.
Oh, and I missed you. Sorry.
Payload mobilized.
Attack mod recharged.
Payload mobilized.
Oh shit! No! Oh god.
Payload returning.
Okay, that upsets me.
I don't have heals, so I will give it to T. One coming under the bridge.
Ordnance regenerated.
Where'd it go?
Is it close?
I am indeed. Thank you for the tip.
Payload mobilized.
Okay, one more.
Delivery accelerated. Delivery
Attack mod
accelerated.
recharged.
Delivery accelerated.
If that.
Delivery accelerated. Reached.
There we go.
Ordnance regenerated.
Payload mobilized. Payload mobilized. Delivery accelerated. Delivery accelerated.
Oh, I got you. I don't know what happened there.
You did get me indeed.
Well,
Was
then,
that at the checkpoint? No.
well, if he headshot me, then how did he die? Nova doesn't do that much damage.
Payload contested. Payload mobilized. Delivery accelerated.
Ordnance regenerated.
Payload mobilized.
Shit.
Payload returning.
Good.
Payload
I
mobilized.
think I need to change my loadout.
Delivery
Energy
accelerated.
base. Repair matrix. Nova. Detonate comet. Meteor stun field.
Delivery
Instant
accelerated.
Detonator. Stun field. Pulse node comet. Arc line.
Payload contested.
Instant repair.
Payload
Detonator.
mobilized. Payload mobilized.
Ordnance regenerated.
Damn it. That was very
Payload
unsuccessful.
mobilized.
What I tried to do was put the grenade launcher, get some more
Payload
damage
returning.
in.
Payload
Stay huddled on the
payload
target.
contested. Payload contested.
Javon can now let me get on the board.
Payload
Oh, it's the
returning.
wrong weapon.
Ordnance regenerated.
Payload contested. Payload mobilized.
What? My murder! Murder!
Attack mod
What
recharged.
happened to my phone?
Payload returning.
Thank you. I just wanted to get him low so you run.
Thirty seconds remaining.
Right back here.
Payload mobilized. Payload contested. Payload mobilized.
Overheated.
No shit.
Payload returning. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4,
Thank you.
3,
You can't catch me.
1. Payload mobilized.
Okay.
Okay, good game.
Team,
Complete.
where were you? Team.
Defense squad victory.
That was close. That was
It
about
was.
to die.
GG.
You scroll so far down for your stats, don't you?
Huh?
Where were you? When I grabbed the payload, I was looking everywhere. I couldn't see. Were you on the ceiling?
I was flying in. No, I was flying in.
Yeah, but from where?
I think it's obvious to see who did it best for our team here.
Because there was two of you.
Beside it, so I just threw a detonator.
I looked behind me, and then when I looked
I don't think you
forward
did so
again, I
bad there,
saw two
Jovan.
pins in my forehead.
Oh.
Hello
there was
there.
a point earlier where I was on the ceiling, but
I think it was a GG. It's always a GG. Almost. I think sometimes it's just polite to put that, even if you lose. Hey, do you want to do another one?
I feel like there's a lot more teamwork in Arena. Like, I didn't even speak to you that whole game.
Okay, so what happened? Oh, you forgot your teamwork, that's what you meant, yeah.
No, it's just, you weren't there, you weren't anywhere.
I think I was,
You were probably there, you just weren't there. Like, I didn't need to speak to you because you knew what we were doing, whereas in Arena.
that is true. But I think probably if you were playing this more, you would definitely have a better teamwork thing, right?
I guess.
Do you want to pop another one, or?
You don't play.
I was thinking another combat, if you want to.
Sure.
Maybe we are in sync with one of the other people, so we'll get into another one with the same people again.
Maybe.
Where does this clam?
Here's picture time. Oh, here we go.
Quick.
Yeah, it's just for decoration.
I have no idea what the kid said. Hello again.
I see you still haven't added the tap the right side of your headset.
Just a screenshot, no.
Yeah.
And there aren't that many people on the other team, apparently. Let's hope they become more.
It's just the map I know. It is the map I know.
Yep. I remember this one.
I'm gonna be on a ship or something, like, what even is it?
Hmm?
Cargo, tunnels.
Take your defensive positions.
Of course, I forgot to change my weapon, so I still have the sniper one.
It's a sniper one-hit kill now.
Sorry?
It's a sniper one-hit kill now.
If it's what? Sorry, I can't catch
Is
that.
it one-hit kill?
I don't think you kill with one hit with this, although sometimes I wonder, but I don't think so.
It takes 9 out of 10 bars.
Match starting
9 out of
in
10, yeah.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop the payload.
Don't shoot.
Are you unarmed?
Well, I'm not unarmed because there's a gun strapped to me.
Oh, fucking didn't even grab it. Yeah, I'm grabbed it.
Everyone dead?
That one didn't work.
Payload mobilized. Delivery accelerated.
How the said what?
Payload mobilized.
Oh, we can do this?
And plus, I'm not using my main weapon right now.
Payload mobilized.
That is annoying.
Meteor. Pulsar.
And Jevin seems to be waiting for me. Thank you, Jevin.
Payload mobilized.
Whoops, I'll catch you. I'll catch you.
Accelerated.
Fucking where is it?
Delivery accelerated.
Tech ordnance regenerated.
I believe this is
Checkpoint reached.
There's one.
Payload mobilized.
He's on top. He's at 1 health.
Ah.
Good.
Oh god, you scared me so much. Woo.
Payload returning. Payload return. Payload mobilized.
Okay, post on the top.
Payload returning.
Ordnance regenerated.
Payload mobilized. Delivery accelerated.
Logan, come in.
Delivery accelerated.
Above you, behind you. Okay, one second. You got it.
Payload returning.
It is true that we talk much less when we play
Payload
this game.
mobilized.
It's probably because we don't know so used to it.
Yeah.
Delivery accelerated. Delivery accelerated.
Friendly.
Payload mobilized.
Oh, I'm dead. Ah! Oh, there's
Well, at
one
least I
box.
got one good in on the guy on the goal.
Payload returning.
Doing a bit of breakdancing there on the orb.
I need it. I got it. It's okay. Everything's fine.
When you're with friends.
Payload mobilized.
There's one more. Push, 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 Roger. Push.
Ordnance regenerated.
That payload would.
Yeah, you better run.
Delivery accelerated. Reached.
And now checkpoint moves over here. So we gotta defend this more open field.
Payload returned. Payload returned. Payload mobilized. Delivery accelerated.
One on the target is very low.
Not anymore.
Delivery accelerated.
And I'm dead as well.
Tac mod recharged.
Payload returning.
I do have my heels on.
Thank you. Who is that? You want a payload pointing?
Oh my goodness.
Payload mobilized.
Oh, nice! Whoever put the mine.
Yes.
Payload returning.
Oh, you got meteor.
Payload mobilized.
Phase shifting out.
Pillar.
One phase shift on the left. Oh!
Payload mobilized.
That was a good boost.
Ordnance regenerated.
You can boost in this model just the way you can in arena, and then you can get behind or into the enemies really fast.
Delivery
They're
accelerated.
there and they have to go there.
Delivery accelerated. Delivery accelerated. Delivery accelerated. Delivery accelerated.
Sorry, I just want to make sure. As you can see.
Payload mobilized.
Okay, good win, Jevon.
Payload
One left,
returning.
one right, sitting. One left, one right, sitting. One left still. Hiding on left side. At least I saw him. I saw him on the map in there.
I killed.
Maybe you killed him, yeah. Two floating free. Oh yeah, okay.
Ordnance
Payload
regenerated.
mobilized.
And they're all three on target.
Payload mobilized.
No.
So good and so faggoty.
Hmm?
Fucking grenade launcher.
Delivery accelerated. Delivery accelerated. Delivery accelerated. Payload mobilized.
Ah, okay, good game. Well done.
Attack
We have a teammate who has 0 kills for like the last 10 minutes, so I'd say this is a pretty solid win.
That is a good win for the other three of you, right? Well done. Congratulations, you win a flamingo.
Yay!
Look at that.
What Joe?
I don't think
And
I've
I
ever
did.
actually won as a defending team on this map.
What's that, Kevin?
I've never won as a defending team.
I think they took it out of competitive because it was
Join your second
unbalanced.
checkpoint.
But people,
Yeah, Jade's probably.
but I think it can work.
You better.
Good job. That was good.
Tech mod recharged.
So, you want to play some more, or are you?
Home base equals hell. Home base equals hell.
It's okay to say no.
No, I was switching your heart when you told me.
You want to do it? You want to do an arena though?
Yeah, I'll do the arena. Yeah, it didn't go. It clean 7-7.
Sorry, you're chopping up a little bit for me. Sorry. Oh, Deja's in his castle. Hello, Prince. How are you? Enjoying your room? Like a Romeo and Juliet thing. He's sitting there, just gonna pull his hair out. Hey.
I was looking at your heart rate.
Yeah.
Well, when I spawned in, it didn't go up. So
I see.
you don't like me.
Sorry. It's 78? Okay, I see. Hey, Accolade. I'm streaming my pulse to Twitch, so I'm just gonna see how it goes during the game. I think it has been over.
Quite good, isn't he? But
sorry?
Sendu is our only rival here. The other two are, unless they're smalls.
Yep. Yes, Sendo.
Probably will be.
I haven't seen Sendo for a long time. He also had a.
If he has not played, then we might be in with a chance.
He also he had a bit of a problem with his Rift S the same way I did. I think he fixed it somehow. We talked about it at that point.
15, 14,
because there has been issues.
They definitely updated the tunnel, haven't they?
They changed it, yeah.
It's a lot darker. Right?
Yeah, and this thing is further in, so people miss it sometimes.
I know it's still there.
It's two.
Nope.
Oh shit! I should have gone to goal there. Did you grab me or sorry? Okay.
I got punched.
Ah.
And it went above my hand. Two things. It was not you.
Get to your launcher.
Damn.
Good cap.
Look at that win rate. That's like a really rocky move.
12, 11, 10,
Which one?
Even. Put me to throw. Are you good, Accolade?
I'll do it.
I'll do left. I'll be left side. I'll continue down if you get it.
And we're underway.
I didn't get it.
I know, and I can't break. I can't break for it.
I go, Chloe.
Oh, what a missed.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. Oh, no way.
They got it.
Not today, and probably not tomorrow.
Go. Friend on. Oh, friend on.
Oh, nice hit.
Fuck!
Orange team takes possession. Great job guarding the goal.
No,
I'm a back left, if you need me.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. I thought your arms were longer. Oof. Sorry.
Sorry.
Why not?
Fair time.
Intercepted. Orange sends it back the other way.
I have someone on, I think. Yeah. Oh, shit. That was a mess up.
You should
Grabbing
be
you.
first there, but I'm coming now.
Yeah, but I fucking had my arm where he was.
I seen it, but I was there. What the fuck?
Sorry, is
I
the
had my
thing...
arm up here and he perfectly threw the disc along my arm. I was like, oh shit, he threw it.
Feel the hairs rising on your arm as that happened, or...?
Yeah. Just the wind fly past the...
Sometimes when I'm in goalkeeping and it comes like between my legs, I swear that I can feel it moving there. Or do you want it, guys?
I'm going right.
Yeah.
Round has begun.
Wasn't hot. You be able to get it? Oh, no.
Where's anybody?
Oh, it's a floater.
I couldn't see you.
I was moving.
Clears it out.
Come on.
Yep.
Go in. Go on the first.
Possession moves to the blue team. Orange catches the enemy pass.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit, don't get rid of it.
Yeah. Wait. And I.
Oh,
Shit.
You got it?
No.
And
Nice.
never mind, I should have no faith in my keeper.
I have a feeling that save deserves a clip. Missed you. I'm grabbing you.
Oh, what? Fuck
You
one,
got it?
Roy grab.
First one. Behind it, you need. Wait. Oh, no. Too long.
Open goal.
Oh no! I almost fell over.
Did you say you fell over?
I almost fell over.
It's not good enough. You gotta try harder. Oh, beautiful. That was a good one.
I was leaning back, stretched to the side, and I just lost balance.
Don't worry, I have a plan.
Are there any dogs near you now, Jevin, or?
I kicked him out.
Kicked him out. I hope you didn't kick him.
It's so don't kick him, really. I feel sorry if we all had leg tracking, he'd just be dead. There'd be no ifs or buts. I don't intentionally hit my dog for the stream.
Are you still on? No.
Come on.
Oh, yeah.
You got it?
That's funny. I really couldn't tell that you were hanging on.
Once you go past. No. Yep.
This is why you pass.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Come in.
Oh, good.
We aren't aligned anymore.
Off. I'm virgin if it helps.
One's baiting you. Yep.
I'm headbutting as I
One on. We've got one on in bow tie.
Coming down to you, I hope.
Nope.
No. I'm sitting on the opposite side. Yep. Did you lose it or what happened?
Yeah. Oh, sorry, man.
No.
We're down.
Right post.
Nope.
Nice. Sitting on pillar. Beautiful. That was good play.
Ah. I didn't know where I threw it. I thought it was hopefully just above it.
You have to get rid of it if the enemy is close to you, like, just throw.
I was like that all last one too.
The enemy, as some people refer to the other team.
Opponents?
The opponents are nice.
It's enemy in combat, isn't it? So I can see why it's come over.
Combat is less friendly in that respect.
Yeah.
Here we go. Intercepted.
On right side.
Interception. Orange clears it out of their zone.
Thank you.
One coming for you now.
Oh my god. My hand's glitched out. Yeah, they're glitching out really bad right now.
Up. Put it in.
It's in.
Oh, and I grabbed it in. It was me. Ah, fuck.
I don't know why you were playing back there.
Me? No, I was actually I was hiding there. I thought he would clear to a tunnel, but he didn't. Yeah.
The blood is closer these days than before.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
I was surprised.
Yeah, I was expecting you to be up front with those and you weren't, so we were kind of outnumbered and boosting.
Sorry about that. I'll be left side.
What do I do? I'm gonna bank it off of them.
It's game on. 30 seconds remaining.
No.
Orange team takes possession. Tomorrow, 15 seconds
You got it,
remaining.
Stu?
Got it?
I'm with. Oh, no, pass.
Oh, I'm gonna goalkeeper anyway. God damn it.
Ah, good try. Good game.
Probably would have gone in as well.
Orange has it this
He
time.
timed out after it and passed the goal.
See, you haven't lost your touch,
No,
Devin.
it's good.
MVP.
I've still got it a bit, you know what I mean?
I know.
I'm not completely useless.
Every time, 13.
Everyone's useless, so.
Sorry, lost you there for a bit, Sando.
After the patch, everyone is pretty much useless.
Yeah, I see what you mean. New skills must be learned. People complain about the patch. I think it still works. It's a little bit more tricky with catching, I have to say, but yeah. I'm gonna adjust the camera down a little bit. There's a little bit of a weird angle.
That might be me. No,
Like that. Sorry, I just had to adjust my camera. It was a bit weird. Hello.
okay. That might be it for me for the night.
Yeah, that was it.
Quite a lot of stamina, actually, in this game. We don't realise how much contact we get.
Okay, but thank you for playing at least. It was fun to see you again in the game.
I know.
And when No Man's Sky comes out, we should definitely do something multiplayer there, right?
Yeah, I agree. That's if they optimize it, because at the moment I can't win it 60 on monitor, so.
You are chopping quite badly for me now, so I can't really hear that. But do leave a comment in the chat if you want to. Might be better. Okay, that was it.
You can see chat, right?
Yeah, I can see the chat, yeah. I totally can.
Yeah.
Okay, but nice. Thank you for playing. I'll play some more games myself, and then I'll be off soon. Okay, cool. I missed it.
Combat.
I can't.
Hmm?
You close down the monitor screen when you have two monitors.
Your chopping is pretty bad now, Jevin, so I'm having trouble with your voice.
Right, okay. I can't close down. I have the VR desktop. I can't close it down because I have two monitors and it just brings up a drop-up menu. How do you close it down?
Still trouble with that. Oh, hi, Laser Glazer. I like No Man's Sky. Didn't call it again. Okay, well, when you spell it out. Hey.
Can you help me?
That depends, Derek. What do you need help with? So your microphone is very, very low, so I'm having some trouble hearing you. If you open your dash, you can adjust your microphone on the lower right side.
Wait, can you start matchmaking real quick, please?
I have started matchmaking combat.
Yeah.
I still have trouble hearing you. Sorry, it's very, very low.
Well, how do I do this thing?
Sorry, mate. What did you say now?
How do I do this?
He asked how he does it.
How he does what? Like this?
How do I change it? Minecraft.
I'm still not sure I understand. Do you understand? Derek?
No one knows.
No, it's...
No one's probably. What were you asking, Derek?
Hello, little. Welcome to the game.
You what?
If you ever need any help with the game, little, there's all kinds of possibility and advice on YouTube, just so you know it.
Oh, you can't do these terminals.
I am currently matchmaking for Echo Combat again, one more time before I end the stream. It was very nice of Jevin to join me here. I played a lot with Jevin in the past. Then I went on the team, I played less with him, then Jevin went on the team. We did meet quite a few times in the esports league matches on the cups. He is better than me in every respect. And he still has his touch. While we wait for the game to start, I will go into the skirmish again, but I don't think there was anyone there. Maybe we are entering a lull in the matchmaking time. again, I keep having these glitches now more that the controllers don't respawn as quickly as I would want to. I'm surprised by that because that used to be a problem. It's almost like the patch that made it easier for them to work when they are close to your face also made it a little bit more bad at catching when the controllers enter your field of view. There you go. So you can replicate it by holding them away from your field of view for a while, like I do now, and then rapidly moving them up. Or I thought so. Well, no, it was pretty good. Hey. Just doing some exercises here to warm up. Yes. No, I wasn't. I was checking the controller tracking. I've been having a few glitches more than I used to do, so I was a bit surprised.
How many, base stations or sensors have you got up?
I have 5 of them strapped to my face because I'm on a Rift S, so I don't have any external sensors. but I'm having more.
Good.
Yeah, I really like it. The clarity of the graphics is so much improved, and it's such an easy setup compared to the other one. So yeah, I do like it. But
the issue would be like you can't do things behind your own back.
You can.
Can you?
Yeah,
you have sensors on the back.
No, but you don't need to, because let me show you this. You see the disc? I can pass the disc behind my back. And he went away. Oh, there he is. Are you there now? Are you still with me? No. But I can pass the disc behind my back, so that is no problem. Okay, if I'm not in a game within 30 seconds now, I will go matchmake for Arena again. Because this is probably not so fun to see. Again, Arena is free compared to Combat, so I do think more people go for Arena than Combat, which is a paid DLC, although both of them are really good. You can close down the virtual desktop because you clicked the button. It just opened the menu to select my monitor. Ah, I see. I guess you have double monitor now, Devin, right? And congratulations on your new monitor. 144 Hz is sweet. Okay, no luck in Combat. I'm gonna go for Arena one more time, and then I think that is it for the stream tonight. Hey, you're on Twitch. Are you just starting out the game, or? Okay, sorry, I'm not gonna bother you.
You're on Twitch?
Yeah, and so are you.
Hi. I'm joining. My name is Derek. Instagram is DJ_555 and.
I'm not sure if it was a good thing or a bad thing that the chat broke up there. Either we stopped him from being popular, or he was doing something he probably shouldn't. Guess we'll never know. Let's see if I can hit through the starfish. And I almost. Let's go practice the throwing a little bit while we wait for this. Yeah, I know, Devin. 144 Hz. Once you get used to that, it's like it is unbelievable. Someone else in a stream or in the Discord I'm on also recently got herself a new monitor, and there was that discussion about whether it should be a 4K or 144 Hz, and that is an interesting discussion. But I hope she's happy with the 144 Hz because it makes such a difference in everything you do. But of course, so does 4K, right? Although I don't think I would, since I do game, I think I would definitely go for the 144 Hz for now. Also because if you choose a 4K monitor, it's very, very difficult to get one at any reasonable price that has really high refresh rate. So, yeah. But that's for pancake gaming. Of course, you can actually get a headset, the VR headset at 144 Hz as well, which is this experimental mode on the Valve Index. And people say that is cool, but maybe not quite as big of a change as you think. I think it was his name Norm from Tested on YouTube that commented that the difference between 90 and 120, I think, Hertz was like not having a coffee and having a coffee. So, so I wonder if if his coffee experience is better than me. I can't say I feel the world moves much smoother after a coffee. Maybe because I am super addicted. And again, if there's a lull in the matchmaking now, because we're getting into the evening here in Europe and US hasn't started, it's day quite yet, it's gaming time quite yet, then I think we will end the stream a little bit prematurely. But here we go, look at that. Maybe I should threaten ending the stream more frequently, and that's how we do it. Oh, I know several of these people. Hey, Roscoe.
How you doing?
X-Gaming, I don't know, but I've seen Nick before. Tabby and Dage, I definitely know.
Tabby and Dage. But not with Ding rules.
I think
that might be Radix, maybe Ding rules.
Okay.
Just guessing.
And this seems to be a European game with those pings.
Oh wow, look at this.
Evenly distributed.
Rare accounts, enjoy it while it lasts.
Both Tabby and Fun are both Tabby and Dage are a lot of fun, and together they're probably twice the fun. Let's find out.
Still enjoying the Rift Base? No, it says. Is it going alright?
I am. I really like it, but I really sense the glitching sometimes. I have to confess.
Oh.
But
so I thought these patches didn't help. Well, it did help. I know for sure it helped.
Actually, I felt it got a little bit worse at catching my hands if they've been out of view, but it's much better close to the head. So it's not like it's a problem. I still wouldn't go back, but I do sense it, and I gotta play around it sometimes.
Well, I must say, Tabby would probably have now PTSD or something from that gravel.
Oof.
No!
Yes!
No!
You're sending mixed messages, Dage.
I know I'm not really good at this or that.
No means no.
Maybe.
No means no, maybe.
I'm on the...
Oh shit, I'm floating out. Oh, damn it.
That was pretty awesome, I guess. Just the not expected pass there. Just not even looking, just here, have it, bitch. Oh, Roscoe is really steely today. Oh. No, it's like that prison! Oh. I swear I was near the disc. Where's my headset? Please come back. I need my vision.
Roscoe's a really good player.
Stop being blind. Well, excuse me, sir. I did not choose to be that way.
No one said blind.
Oh, that's good then.
Oh,
you can do it, boys. Just give me like 5 minutes. I heard something. There's a disc near me, isn't it?
oh shit. Thanks.
That's good to know. Okay, good. That means that is this.
Oh, I missed you. Thanks. Sorry.
I hear this.
Not doing very well right now, to be honest.
I got it. Where is it? No, I don't.
Classic Dage over there.
I got it. Don't worry. So meaning I need to put it that way. That's just maybe trends. Let me just. Yeah, I mean that trend.
Sitting on a bow tie.
Oh, hit my wall. I fixed it. Okay, I can see again. Never mind. That was just a blink. Just blink vision. Well, I'm trying to. I'm trying to fix my headset right now while playing. It's just. I'm stressed!
We can tell, Dage. We can tell.
Oh, I got it back. Tabby, no worries. Backup is arriving.
I think Tabby was doing just fine without you.
No.
Intercepted.
Sorry. Why?
Oh shit. One on you. One on to it.
This
No, somebody
Abby playing good. She didn't.
Oh my god! I didn't expect it that bounce.
No kids in behind you.
You got this. Okay, I will be in that most unsuspected passage.
Like no one ever goes to nest, right?
Yes. Abby. I forget about it.
You
Possession moves to orange team.
Ah, you pizza party.
You pizza pie. Yes, fine, you misses.
No, why? No, I didn't want to take an Oculus menu. No, not again.
X. Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, that was epic.
I'm gonna be back to see.
I got you. Okay, no.
Oh, we're doing some funky.
Shit.
Yep.
Okay, good.
Oh, hi. That's fine.
Yes, you got me. Oh no. No,
Let's go.
play tennis. Just slack it. It's alright, no worries. Oh, it's not alright. They're playing tennis. Fuck, our tactic is gone. Tabby.
I'm coming mid. X.
Where are you going?
Missed you.
Seconds remaining.
Oh dear.
Muchas gracias. Yeah, I'm trying. It's not that easy. You're just hanging out there and doing nothing.
Oh shit.
Oh boy, team. Save that then. See ya.
See, I repelled it.
Whoa! Look at that. I'm okay. I just overextended my arm. Okay, overtime.
Oh no.
14,
Quality stuff.
12, 11, 10,
Okay.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, we got them boost. Slap it. Not you.
Interception.
Oh, that's not good.
Nice go. Oh yeah.
Well,
Either that works.
It's fine, that's going in.
Oh.
Oh, okay. I'm not sure if that was a satisfying or unsatisfying conclusion, but well done.
I didn't believe it for the first second, but then I saw it bounce. I was like, oh.
Did it actually go in with that
Yes,
thing?
it actually go in. No, it just dinged in here like.
Did it
twice.
ding?
It dinged off
Twice.
the thing,
I
but it
succeeded my
didn't-
mission. It ding-a-linged.
Ding-a-ling even, how about that?
Yeah,
Good game.
Okay, good game everyone.
What an absolute legend.
Fucking 3 saves. What do you mean, Dave's 3 saves? You sat under fucking tunnel path again.
Okay, so with that, I think that was the end of the stream today. I think I'm gonna pop out and here we go. I'm just gonna quit it now.
I get it.
Okay, so with that, I think that's it for today. Thank you to everyone who watched, and if you have any feedback on it, on this stream or the new format, please let me know, either in a comment on YouTube or here on Twitch. But I hope people like this format, and if you did, I will be back next Wednesday. The idea is to do this every Wednesday at 7:30. So for a more regular schedule, and also to look a bit at the news, like I said.
Like, not even just
so bye-bye.
Just fully open.
Bye-bye, everyone. Have a good evening.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
The game, please.
What?
I want to see the shot again.
You can see it. You can see all the shots on my channel. Okay.
Yes. You actually go back through your stream then?
I do sometimes, but I don't always do it. It takes a long time. Okay, I'm going. Bye-bye.
Bye stream.